lessons they've learned, and how to make an impact.
Let me do that. Well, welcome guys back to the podcast. Today I'm joined by someone who just tried to kill me like 2 hours ago. My coach, Coach Maria. Please introduce yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Maria. I'm an MMA fighter, a pro MMA fighter. I was 2-0 as an amateur. Unfortunately, I lost my last fight, but yeah, I am one of the pro fighters there as well as one of the head instructors at FKP MMA.
Welcome. Okay, let's start off with the bad news. Why did you lose?
Things happen. People have a bad day. I fought against this girl once, and you know what? I think I underestimated her. I kept telling myself over and over and over again in my head, but don't underestimate her. Don't underestimate her. Just because you've beaten her once doesn't mean that it's going to happen again. Like anything can happen in a fight. And you know what? I think in the end, subconsciously, I was still like, you know what? She doesn't have a chance against me. And you know what? That night, she was the better fighter. What can you do, right?
Nothing really. Well, she did the one thing that I hate in fighting, which is grappling.
I love grappling, so I don't mind.
It's like, here we go with the hugging. Like, we're here to watch a fight, not hugging. Like, please.
I have a very big appreciation for grappling and wrestling. So I started off as a kickboxer, but with that being said, I really transitioned well into grappling and wrestling. So I love it. I think it's awesome.
No, it's not. It's Khabib. Erica was here. She said if you guys were to fight, she would only lose to you because of leg locks and grappling.
Really? Yeah. Did she? No, Erica, she's my younger sister, right? I think Erica, I've always said this, I think Erica has always been more talented when it comes to sports. Mm-hmm. She's always had it come a little bit easier for her. For me, I've always had to try a little bit harder. I always have to put in more effort in order to be better at something. Mm-hmm. So for Erica, that's her biggest, she is more, she underestimates herself and she doesn't understand how good she actually is until if she can get over that, I think she'll be unstoppable. I genuinely, I've said this before and I've told her, I think that when it comes down to it, I think she's better than me. But as a whole, because I don't underestimate myself as much and I put a lot of work into getting better. Mm-hmm. I've become quite good, I would like to say.
Quite scary.
Yeah.
I remember the first days that I joined the gym, you'd hear people kicking, it's like kicks. And then there'll be guys grunting.
Yeah.
And then there's only one person who's not really grunting, but the kicks were loud. And then I looked, it was you. I was like, Jesus.
Thank you.
I don't want no part of that. And then they're like, you should spell. I'm like, no.
No, we're good.
No, after hearing those kicks, we're not doing that. So when did you get into martial arts?
I started when I was 4 years old. So I'm born 97, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2001, I think that's when I started. So it's been almost 20. Yeah, it's been 20 years. That's crazy. But I started off with just kickboxing. I started off at a gym. It's not even open anymore. And we just did it so that I could build my self-confidence. My parents never thought I would end up here ever. Because literally I was the type of kid that those playgrounds you have in fast food restaurants? Yeah. If I was in there by myself, I would only be able to be in there by myself. If another kid joined in, I'd have to leave. That's that's to the extent that I was shy. I had no social skills, nothing. So my parents asked my grandpa, he was a master in kendo, which is a Japanese sword fighting. And he was like, you know what, get her into martial arts, get her to do it. And then she'll develop more confidence with that. Right. Mm-hmm. So even in my first few years, I still didn't have as much confidence as I would have liked, obviously, but I was able to make friends. I was able to, I was able to defend myself. That was the goal. I didn't really like it at the beginning, to be honest. I only did it because my parents did. I was one of those kids that was kicking and screaming as they were bringing me. But eventually I made the transition to Franco's, and I think I was around the age of 10 or 11 when I did. And I really started to like it at that point because we had the kickboxing, we had the grappling, we had the wrestling, and I really started to enjoy it a little bit more. I still wasn't too keen on competing, but my dad made me compete. He would bribe me with trips and stuff, he'd be like, if you do this, I'll do this for you. So I was like, okay, I'll do it. But eventually I started to really like to compete. And I think it was after I got injured for a while. I had to take a month off. And I was like, you know what? Like, I really miss it. I want to do it more. And that's when I realized that I did really enjoy the sport. And I think that was when I was like 14. So it's not even that long ago at this point. Yeah. It took a while for me to start liking it.
What do you like the most, hurting people or expressing yourself?
Sorry?
So what do you like the most, hurting people or expressing yourself by hurting people?
I don't like hurting people. I really don't. I'm actually such a softie. Like, I can't even kill bugs. I've told the story multiple times, especially with kids. Like, I'll be there, and even if I hate bugs. I'm terrified of bugs, but I can't kill them. I can't do it. I'll be like, start thinking in my head, I'll be like, what if they have a family? What if they have like loved ones? Which obviously they don't. I know this in my head, but I start thinking like that. So I'm actually a really big softie. I don't like hurting people. I really don't. The only time I'll ever start getting really aggressive is if you hurt my loved ones, right? So I just like expressing myself. I have a lot of fun with it. And, you know, it's just part of the job. What can you do? If somebody gets hurt, but it's part of the job.
Yeah, nah. I mean, we've seen you in the cage and with your tongue out. You're like, yo, I want to go again. And like,
yeah.
Say that's a soft. It's like Erica, when she was also like, she wants to fight in the streets.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. She was telling me that. Yeah. I don't, you see, for me, I don't want to actually fight in the streets. Like, if it happens, it happens. I'm more curious on what would happen, you know? Because I'm always like, you know, like, what if this did happen? What if it did happen on the streets? What would I do? What would happen? But it doesn't mean I want it to happen, you know?
Yeah, so I'm saying this is in the family, which is good. And then transition. So you never wanted to be anything else other than a fighter growing up?
I actually did. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I know.
Okay. That's random.
Completely random, right? I was a really big fan of like underwater creatures. I love swimming. Swimming is one of my biggest, like, other than fighting, swimming is one of my favorite sports. I love it. I'm a really, really good swimmer. So I enjoy and I love you know, studying about dolphins, sharks, all of that. Like, I actually went down to one of my trips that my dad bribed me with, was going to the Monterey Aquarium, which is actually I think it's one of the main aquariums they do a lot of studies over on fishes and sharks. And they actually had a great white shark there. So I got to see one, and I was really, really fascinated by underwater creatures. So I wanted to be a marine biologist for a really long time. But then I realized it's science and you'd also need math. I'm really bad at math. So I decided it's maybe not the career for me.
I'm just going to kick people in the face and choke them to sleep.
I'm not very much of a scholar. I'm more physical. You know?
You're in the hurt business.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. And then, like, as a coach, what do you enjoy the most?
Like, out of everything, I like teaching the kids. I love teaching the kids. I love making an impact on like the younger students. I've always said this, no offense to our adults. I love you guys too. But for me, where I find that you really like, it feels like you're making a difference is with those kids. Like, you have a kid that's 4 years old who can barely throw a punch, maybe even barely talk, right? And then they start to learn. And even like, you'll notice that when they're there, they're starting to speak a little bit easier. They're moving, they're understanding how to use their body. And then they're there until like they're 16, 17, 18. And you're like, wow, like, this is such a difference of when you started versus to now, right? And it really is like, even parents will be like, you know what, like, this has made such a difference in my kids' lives. And it's like, it really makes you feel good.
Oh yeah. That's nice. Little you. How are you that patient though?
I don't know. I have a lot of patience. I'm really good with kids. I've said this. I'm really good with kids. I don't know what it is. Like, even my sister, she's really good with them too. Actually, both of them are like, our family, like 3 sisters, we're really good with like kids in general. We're really bad with babies. We're not good with babies. But like infants and up, we're I don't know why. I think maybe they think we're relatable because I don't know. I wouldn't say we're the smartest bunch. So like, we're able to relate to them a little bit easier. Yeah. And like, I think they also appreciate the fact that we don't talk to them like kids. We actually do talk to them like they're humans.
Yeah.
So I think that might be what it is, but I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, you got patience. Like,
Yeah.
like yo, I have a 4-year-old nephew. I'm like, yo,
No, they're cute. I love them. I absolutely love those kids.
kids. I'm like, just run. When you're tired, sleep.
Hopefully, yeah. You never know. Sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, sometimes you're the one who's sleeping.
Oh yeah.
Like,
There is actually my boyfriend, he has 3 younger cousins.
Mhm.
And one of them, I think he was just 2 years old at the time. And then he was just like, I was having so much fun with him, but I didn't realize how tired I was. And I just sat down on the couch and I passed out for like 2 hours. And I was like, did I fall asleep? And then he was also asleep. So thank God I didn't just pass out, right?
Yeah.
But, yeah, and there's other people who are watching too, but I was so tired. Yeah. No,
Right.
they do tire you out. They exhaust you in different ways.
yeah, like I said before, don't invite me to babysit. I'm not
I'm named the
available.
babysitter, so
Oh yeah, tell us about that. Where did that come from?
So I was actually Mr. Franco's babysitter for a longest time. So he has a daughter,
Mhm.
and when she was 2 years old, they asked me if I could babysit, and I was like, yeah, sure, like of course. And ever since then, I think she's 11 now, and we still babysit her to this day. So yeah, that's kind of where the nickname came from. And then you can kind of play with it too, like the babysitter, they put you to sleep, so.
Yeah.
I'll put you to sleep, right? I just thought it was cute. I like it. I like the backstory behind it too. So yeah.
Yeah, when you start doing Khabib stuff and just rolls over. Like,
Yeah.
So what are the plans? You planning on going to the UFC yet?
You know what? There's 3 big organizations. There's UFC, Bellator, and ONE FC.
Mhm.
Now, I actually am looking more to go to ONE FC. That's out in Asia.
Okay.
Now I'm half Japanese. So for me, it makes a little bit more sense to go out to Asia, right? So that's kind of what I was looking at. UFC, if they call for me, yeah, why not, right? Like, I'm not going to say no to it. I'm not going to say no if Bellator calls. Whoever calls, I won't say no. I'll
Okay.
take it, right?
Which weight class are you fighting?
135.
Amanda Nunes.
Yeah. She's scary.
How are you the same size as Amanda Nunes?
It's terrifying, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think she's that tall. I think she's like my height, actually. I think she's like 5'7", maybe an inch taller than me. I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
So she's only like an inch, but she's big. Like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, it's scary. Like, she's terrifying. I'll look at her, I'm like, yo, like, I all respects to her and all respects to whoever stepped into the cage with her. Like, you got guts.
yeah. Her and Cyborg. I'm like,
Yeah.
so how are you this? Either you're saying TV makes these people look big.
Yeah. No, 100%. Like, it really is. Like, the TV really just makes people look bigger.
Okay.
Honestly, like, that's what it is. But they're not that big, and they're still big, but they're not as big as you would think they are. You know, you're like, oh, they're actually, a little bit smaller than I thought.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Is that a matchup you're looking forward to?
possibly. I don't even know if she'll still be fighting if I get into the UFC by then, because I think she's in her 30s,
Yeah.
and I think by the time that I mean, I don't know what the time frame is going to be like, right?
Say next year.
Yeah.
Say we make a lot of
Yeah.
noise and then you just boom.
Yeah, you never know, right? You know what? If that's a matchup, I'll take it.
Amanda Nunes.
I'll do it. If it's a matchup, I'll take it.
Because
Yeah.
you know how like no one wants to fight her, right? So
Yeah, no, I don't think. I think if you're a fighter, you have to take whatever fight is in front of you. You know, like, you can't be scared to fight anybody. Don't take the easy fights. Just don't be like, oh, I want to pad my record to make myself look better. No, I think that if you're a fighter, you should be willing to take any type of fight. Because if you're not, then you're not a fighter.
facts. Some people are killers out there.
Yeah.
Like you, I'm not gonna just wake up and be like, yo, let's go. Like, hell no.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
when
that's fair. That's fair.
it's like when you're sparring, you see Mr. Martin's like next. Nah.
Oh yeah, no, but he's also a different type of scary. He terrifies me, and he wonders why I think he's scary. But he's one of my best. He is my best friend. So like, he terrifies me, but I love him to death. I know he's also just a big teddy bear. So yeah,
No, he's not. I mean,
yeah.
I've never been terrified of a man in my life until that man punched me in the liver. Like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, no, he's like I said, he's a different type of. Yeah, he's scary. He's strong. I have a lot of respect for him. He's awesome.
definitely. And then Mr. Franco, how's he been as a coach?
Mr. Franco is again, both Mr. Franco and Mr. Martin, both of them, they are everything I could ask for in a coach, right? Like, I do not want anybody else in my corner. They are amazing. I've been working with Mr. Franco's been working with me since like I was super young, right? So we've I've grown up at the gym. I've grown into his style. He's been working with me. And he, like I said, there's nothing bad I can say about them. They're absolutely amazing as people, as coaches. They're basically family to me at this point. And I know that no matter what happens, even if I win, even if I lose, they're not just going to throw me to the curb, right? They're always going to be there for me. So I have a really good relationship with them and I absolutely love them. So
that's pretty cool. I wanted to see if your response would be the same as Kayo's.
Why? What did he say?
No, I said something similar. He was like, because I was like, so if you make it to the UFC, is that bye-bye? He's like, no.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, I'll have them in my corner forever.
Yeah. So
even if I'm fighting until like 60, they'll be in my corner.
That'll be fun because we need Mr. Franco in the UFC. Like when Kayo was fighting, we couldn't even hear the commentators.
Really?
Screaming. Yeah, even when you were fighting, it's like, like, yo, man, there's other coaches there, but you couldn't hear them.
He's crazy. Yeah, no, Mr. Franco again. He's like when you're in that cage, you can't hear anything else except for Mr. Franco. And I even like if there's a crowd, you tune everything else out because you just hear him. But that's just as a fighter, right?
Yeah,
you tune everything else out so that you can hear what he's saying and what he's calling out. And that's the type of relationship you want with a coach. And a lot of fighters don't have that because a lot of the times they're jumping from gym to gym. They have their jiu-jitsu coach. They have their kickboxing coach. They have their wrestling coach, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. But you won't develop that same relationship as somebody who is your main coach. And that's what Mr. Franco is.
Yeah.
And because he was a fighter himself, he fought in some of the biggest names at the time, biggest organizations. He fought against Dan Severn, right? I think it was for the Super Bowl title in Hawaii. And again, because himself, he's fought, he knows what it takes to get there and he knows what you have to do. And because again, he's been a fighter, he has all the set tools to coach someone like myself, Mr. Machado, Mr. Martin, all of us at the gym, right? And that's why he has so much respect from so many people. And like not just the people at the gym, but other gyms in the Lower Mainland as well.
Oh yeah, I remember I was told about FKP. I was like, man, I need to train. And then I went to like one of the many gyms there. And what do? I think they chalked me or something. Then I was telling my friend, I'm like, I got chalked, man. My first day, I'm not doing this again. He's like, no, go to FKP. I'm like, bro, these UFC people are crazy. I'm not doing this. He's like, just go try it for one day and tell me what you think. Then I came. I was like, ooh.
Honestly, fighters are a different type of crazy. Definitely. You got to be somewhat crazy to be wanting to fight, like to get punched in the face. Like, oh, okay, you're signing a contract. You can possibly die. You're going to be locked in a cage to fight against somebody else. Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. Sign me up. Let's do it. You got to be some type of crazy to do it.
Oh yeah. I was like, you guys respect. Like, and then, I wanted to ask about your love for BTS. I was hearing this song, like what's it called? Permission to Dance.
Permission to Dance. Yes. It's
then everywhere I go, I hear it. I'm like, yo, this is not for the first time. It keeps on. Then I clicked.
Here's my thing. Okay, BTS. I got into it pretty late. It was like I think it was during the Persona era. I don't know. Okay, there's a lot of like K-pop lingo that a lot of people don't understand, but basically I have a very, this is like more personal, but for myself, I was in a really bad place for a while because of my mental health. I deal with really bad anxiety, really bad depression. I'm on medication for it. I go to counseling for all of that, right? But what really got me through it for a while, because I was injured, I couldn't fight. That's how I kind of like, that's what was really helping me at the time. But because I got injured, I wasn't able to fight. I didn't have an outlet, right? I was just kind of like there. And I got into K-pop, which was BTS specifically at the time. And what BTS does is they have a campaign that they really spread the idea of loving yourself and making sure that you take care of yourself. They always say that in order to really understand what love is, you have to be able to love yourself before you can love others, right? Because it's easy to love other people. It's not easy to love yourself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why I really, really got into BTS and like that idea. Like I went, like my sister, she always says like, oh, she like kind of slowly descended into it. No, I went into a hole and I fell right into it. And I was deep. I was gone. Like there was no coming back. But unlike Western artists, what it is like you have all these shows, like they do these things called Run BTS, where they do like literally like normal people things. They go to like maybe like a cafe and they learn how to make coffee. They go to like a water park. They play at a water park. But it's absolutely hilarious to watch, and you just really get into it. And then the message that they have in their songs just really like, and people are like, oh, but you don't even understand what it's saying. You can look up the lyrics. Like, it's not that hard.
True. Facts.
You look it up, and then you like really start to have an appreciation for it, especially as one member. His name's Suga, but he deals with depression and anxiety, and RM too. They both do. And they write the lyrics for their songs. And you read the lyrics that they write, and it's very relatable to somebody who does have that mental health, right? And that's what really helped me with it. And then after that, I started to get into like other groups like NCT. Then I got into what else? I don't know. EXO. Like there's so many, like the ones I like, Stray Kids, The Boys, so many different groups now, 17. And it's a really bad hole to get into. Don't do it. And then after that, it opens up K-dramas. Oh my God, you're just gone. You're just gone. No. Yeah. K-dramas also open up K-pop. You're gone. Don't. Yeah. But I have a really big love for them. I really do. I have a tattoo. This is the Love Yourself album. They have an entire album that's called that. It's like Love Yourselves. So you have Love Yourself Her, you have Love Yourself Tear, and you have Love Yourself Answer. And this one's from Love Yourself Her.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were just a fan.
No. I'm full out army.
Yeah. I was like, yo, BTS.
I am. I love them.
So every time I'm like, because I finally was like, I'll give up, because everywhere you go, you hear it. I was like, fine, let me look for the song.
Yeah.
Yeah. I made a video of that, never posting it, but
Permission to Dance.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry, fun fact. The choreo, because in also K-pop, they have like specific choreos for all the songs, right? In Permission to Dance, there's 3 different choreos that are sign language, so that they can also give it to like people who can't hear. They can see it too. Yeah.
Well, that's what was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, now it makes sense. That's it. I just watched it like 2 days ago. Like, let me because I was researching it, so I was like, let me watch this BTS nonsense. Okay.
No, I love them. I love those boys. I really do. And I will always campaign for them. I friggin' love them.
And then K-pop. What's it called? K-drama. See, growing up, like, in my country, girls, when they reach, like, 18, 14, they just start watching, like, Korean dramas. Like, I remember Boys Over Flowers.
Lee Min-ho.
I didn't watch that nonsense, right? But my sister will make me see the, like, yo, you have to read the subtitles. I'm like,
yeah. It's actually really good. There's like some that are obvious like romances, and maybe you're not into that, but like there's some that are action and they're really good. Like, but again, that's up to everybody else. I think they do really well with it. I really enjoy it. I'm watching like 3 different ones right now. So, but yeah, the king of all this, Boys Over Flowers, Lee Min-ho, he's the king of all K-drama actors. Literally, he was here. Did you know that?
No.
He was here. Yeah. Did you? So there's a Korean actor that was here for which was Lee Min-ho. He was here for 2 weeks filming. Dude, there was people who were tracking him down because they were trying to find this guy, right? And one of my friends was one of them. Because she loves him, right? Yeah. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like, I was helping her, but like,
you're helping her track him as well.
Oh yeah,
so you were tracking her.
I was helping too. Like, but I didn't, because of my schedule, I wasn't able to do it to go find him. But she found him.
Wow.
Yeah, like she saw him. And I'm like, that's great. Like, I wish, but yeah, I love him. He's cool.
Okay, yo, I left the whole continent, run away from this K-pop stuff to run into it again. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, cool. It's nice. Like, I never got into it because, so for us, it's like, if you're a boy, then they're like, this is boy stuff. We don't do this.
Yeah.
But then when you go home, I was the only boy in our house. So like,
yeah. Well, what are you going to do? It's on the TV. Yeah. You honestly, you probably knew a little bit of the plot. So
yeah, I had to, because my sisters would bully me like, yo, switch you sit down, watch. Oh, telling mom. Like,
yeah. Well, like if you ask my boyfriend or even like Jaden, Mr. Martin, they know all the names of like BTS and stuff because I talk about it so much, right? And like most of the time people look at them and they're like, oh, they all look the same. And I'm like, hey, one, they do not all look the same. But two, yeah, like you have, when you first watch it, okay, they look similar. I'll admit it. I thought that too. But once you really get into it, you're like, okay, they all look different. They don't look alike at all.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I saw yesterday. Okay, please, BTS people, don't come after me. But yesterday was the first time actually looking at them. They were all different. Like one had black hair, the other one was.
The other one's blue hair. The other one has pink hair.
Yeah, that one
possibly.
Green hair. I was like, I don't get it, but I'm getting it. Like, yo, you watch the views like billion. I'm like,
it's crazy. It's actually insane. Like the fandom is like, again, nothing against ARMY. I think they're awesome and for what they're doing. But like, yeah, you watch and you're like, wow, this is insane. Like what a group of people can do, right? And that, like, it's crazy. It's awesome. It's also like, yeah.
Interesting. There's 7 people in one group. That's nice.
There's one of 23.
How did they get along? How?
It's a group that's constantly growing. Actually, there's one guy. He's from Vancouver.
Really?
Yeah. His name's Mark Lee. He's pretty cool.
So he literally flew to Korea to join it? Or
Yeah. Yeah, wow. Basically. Yeah.
Okay. 23 people. We can't even make 3 people last in a group for more than 2 years.
Really?
And then you're gonna try it. Yeah, like the only group that's lasted long is Migos, but the rest will break up eventually.
Oh yeah. I guess, yeah. That's true. They have a contract. They have a 7-year contract.
Oh, okay.
Basically, yeah. Sometimes some of the groups really don't get along with each other, but if you get along, it's ideal, right? So
well, those guys seem like they do.
Oh yeah, no, I'm sure. I mean, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, right? But it looks like they get along.
Like, as long as they're having fun. And then, another question. What happened to your YouTube career? I did found your YouTube channel. Oh like, we dig deep.
Oh my God. You know what? I don't know the password to that account. That's why it's still up there. That's why it's still up there. Yeah. I wanted to do YouTube. Okay, you know what? I actually got a lot of views on one. And I think I deleted that one. But I don't know why I didn't continue it. Because I actually kind of liked it. But yeah, actually, thank God I didn't continue it. Because actually, no, you know what? I think that if I were still doing it to this day, I would have gotten a lot better. Because like if you watch a bunch of YouTubers nowadays, that's what their first videos look like anyways. Yeah. But yeah, I was super young. I was like grade 7, I think, at the time. And I was like, yeah, I don't know what to say about that. It's really, it's funny. Like it's cute, but it's embarrassing because it's me, you know?
What you mean? Nah, it's not.
It's so embarrassing. It's so bad. It's so, passionate. And the girl that's in that video, I'm not even friends with her anymore. Like, like I don't talk to her at all. I stopped talking to her like 2 years after that.
Well, see, we would have known all that now. Yeah. Like, okay, day in the life of Maria. Okay.
What kind of accent do I have? Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I'm such an Yeah. I have been thinking about doing YouTube again, though. I think I would do a lot better nowadays because I watch a lot of YouTubers. I watched a lot of YouTubers. So I think I can do it.
Yeah, you should do it. Like this is what fighters start doing, but then they fine. Depends.
Yeah.
Like I saw Easy now as a channel. Like you wanna, cause he does Easy right. Adesanya things, but I'm a fan. But
Adesanya?
Yeah, Adesanya.
You know, I like him because he likes anime, but I don't really care for him as a whole.
See, I think you hate every fight I like, though.
That's true. Okay, you know what? You like the cocky ones. That's what it is. I hate those ones.
Why?
Because you see, I like the GS.
So, I guess the follow up on that, because I remember at that period of time, like last year, I was like, man. Like for the first time in my life, I felt scared though. Like, what was happening? Like when you start seeing like protests and stuff, you're like, okay, this stuff has been going on, but it's never been this deep. And then it's like you start thinking about it because it's never affected me because I come from like Africa. So in Africa we're the majority, so we're never a minority. And then when you move here, like, ooh, you're like, okay. And then every time now you think, because every time when you're walking, you're like,
right. Like, I don't know.
Is this what? And like when people are looking at you like, hi, I know. Oh, okay.
Because you don't know, right?
Yeah.
That's the scary part. And that's like, again, that's why I think that people shouldn't talk over it. Because if you haven't experienced it, how can you know?
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
If you don't have an experience in it, you don't know. Why are you talking over somebody that does have that experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let them speak. Let
Yeah,
them
true,
say
true.
what they have to, right? Because if not, there's not going to be any change. And
Oh,
you
yeah,
need, and in the end, we need change.
Oh yeah,
So-
true. Yeah,
Yeah.
so when I saw your post, I was like, yeah, at least I can go to the gym and not be scared because these people can kill me.
Yeah. no.
Like, that was comforting. Like, I wanted, every time I'm like, yo, let me just be like, yo, this is pretty cool. Like, nah, I'm not gonna comment. I'm not gonna be that guy. I'm not gonna be that. I'm just gonna look from afar.
But no, for sure. I didn't do that for people to be like,
Mm-hmm.
to say something like, oh, good job on me. That's not what I did it for, right?
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely want to spread it around and just hopefully I can help with everything that's going on. Because again, especially with me being as privileged as I am, hopefully you can spread it around a little bit
Oh, yeah.
more, right?
Yeah, that also because hey, yeah, it's like every time that's being black is fun. Every
Yeah.
time you're in a room, you're like, I'm not the only one. Okay.
No, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Like,
Again, I can't. Like I said, I can't relate. I'm half Asian, but I don't even look Asian. So
we'll take you to Africa. You know how it feels like we just throw you there, and you have all these people going.
yeah,
Like this is how we do. Like when I was there, when you see a white person, you're like, yo, where you from?
who are you? What are you doing here?
They're like, hi. You're like, okay, you speak.
Yeah.
Hello. And then people start changing. So when I moved, I was like, now I know.
Now
what
it feels
like.
different. It feels different. Yeah.
But then when you come here, it's like you're in Asia. So I always say that. Like when you land in, because I used to stay in Richmond.
Oh yeah.
Like, yo, is this the Canada they told me about?
Multicultural.
No,
so
because
many
I
people.
was in Asia, right? Don't lie to people. You're in Richmond. It's like,
And, well, like the whole of Canada is quite multicultural,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah, Richmond is very Asian based, right? Some of the best Asian food, by the way. If you're looking for Asian food, really, really good out there. Yeah, you know.
it's pretty cool. Okay, Asian food. What do you recommend? I've had Naruto's favorite stuff.
Ramen?
Yeah, ramen.
Is that it?
That was the thing I knew. I went with my friends. They're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, yo, whatever Naruto eats.
Okay, this is so basic too. I love sushi, right? Sushi is one of my favorites. I really love katsudon, which is like pork cutlet. It's really good. Japanese, I like soba. Udon is really good too.
I like how you're talking like I know any of these things.
Oh, soba is like buckwheat noodles. So basically it's cold noodles.
Mm-hmm.
You would eat it and then you dip it into a sauce and then you eat it that way. Udon is thick noodles. What else? I'm trying to think of like gyoza. Gyoza is really good too. I love gyoza. Those are like dumplings. Dim sum is delicious, but that's
sum.
Chinese.
Alright.
But it's so good. Oh my god. Dim sum on Sunday mornings, it's what you gotta do. It's so good. Korean food. I really like jjigae. Jjigae? Yeah, I think it's jjigae. It's I can't pronounce it right now, but it's like a stew. And it's really, really good. Korean barbecue, obviously, you gotta like that. Hot pot, oh my god. Hot pot, so good. Yeah. Rice cakes is so good. Yo, rice cakes are delicious. I love like glutinous rice cakes. I can't say the actual name. I always butcher it. I'm so sorry. But they're rice cakes. Oh my god, so good. Yeah.
It's amazing. And bubble? Do you do bubble tea?
I love bubble tea. Bubble
Really?
tea. Yeah. I like okay, I'm not gonna lie, I normally get slushes, so I normally get like a watermelon slush with half pearls, half coconut jelly. That's normally my order. Or I get honeydew. I love honeydew. Oh my god. Asian honeydew is different from any type of any other honeydew, especially in Japan. Actually, in Japan, they have this soda. It's called melon soda. It's their version of cream soda. Oh my god, it's so good. I love it. But milk tea too. Milk tea with pudding is really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a foodie.
Yeah. I have a food Instagram, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I thought if you eat what Naruto eats, you've eaten all Asian food that's there to eat.
No, there's so much more to it. And that's like just one part of Asia. Then you have like the Philippines too. The Philippines have really good food. It's like a lot of rice and meat, but it's really good. And then you have like, I think Singapore is in Asia too. Singapore, Malaysia. You have a lot of different foods like Vietnam, Taiwan, a lot of different foods from over there. And it's really, really good.
So do you cook or you eat out?
No, I eat out.
Why not cook yourself?
Because I'm horrible at cooking. I'm a good baker. I'm a really good baker, actually. I make really good cinnamon buns. I make really good pizza buns. But I can't cook.
No cooking?
I can't cook.
Nah.
No.
Well, yeah. I don't know. Yo, why does... No, it's not on you, but why does the noodles come like boiling hot?
It's gotta be hot.
Why though?
I mean, you could probably ask for it lukewarm if you want, but it's gotta be like that. It's
Boiling hot, like yo.
It depends. Some places it's not boiling hot. Okay, maybe it's boiling hot for you, but it's not boiling hot.
Yeah, everyone else is good.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh no, it's quite hot, like at the beginning, and then it becomes like slowly. But this is how you gotta do it. It's not the same.
And everyone's watching. Are you enjoying it? Relax. I'm cultured, you know.
Yeah.
I'm moved. I'm moved around. All right. And then, what do you like doing outside of MMA? Outside of kicking people?
Oh my God, what do I do with my life these days? I don't really do much. I like swimming. Like I was saying earlier, I like swimming. I like going to the lake during the summer. I go skiing. My parents are actually, I don't snowboard. My parents are ski instructors, so I learned how to ski as a kid. What do I do? Actually, what do I do with my life? Yeah, we already went over most of what I do. Watch K-dramas and BTS. I don't really have much time on my hands. That's what I find. So it's really hard for me to find like something to do. Because again, normally if I'm not working at the gym or training, I have privates. And if I'm not doing privates, I have doctor's appointments. I have like a lot of stuff going on. So it's really hard for me to find time during the day to actually do something I enjoy. But, oh, actually, this is something. I really like doing escape rooms. I'm really good at escape rooms.
Really?
Yeah. Like, it's always a joke that if we go to I think it was, actually it was Arjun, because my sister, she's really good friends with a couple of the kids from the gym, and they all have a group chat, right? And Erica was like, do you want to go do an escape room? And then Arjun was like, why would we pay $30 to go into this room and Maria do all the work? I was like, it's fair. That's a good point. Because I do all the work when I'm in there. I'm very controlling in that environment. Most of the time, I don't care to be the leader, but in that environment, because I'm really good at it, I'm very controlling.
Okay. Yeah, next time, I'll build a studio, put an escape room for you, like.
Yeah, I'll be good at it. Trust me on that. I'm very good at puzzles. I'm really good at puzzles.
Okay. I'm good at making things interesting.
Okay.
We'll do that for you. And then, are you into anime? I know it's not a big question, but yeah.
I am, 100%.
What's your favorite?
My favorite is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, you too?
I love Brotherhood. Did Erica say that too?
Yeah, she made me watch it.
Brotherhood is... You watched it?
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece. It's so good. You know what? Some people will say like, oh yeah, like not like Naruto or like Bleach, One Piece, all of those. Like, okay, no. Full Metal Alchemist is, I think it's 60 episodes. There's barely any fillers. It's a masterpiece from beginning to end. It is so good. I actually have a top 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Next is Bleach.
I haven't watched that one.
Bleach is basically, it's one of the big 3. So there's 3 big ones. There's Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece. And then the grandfather of all anime is Dragon Ball Z, right? Which, unpopular opinion, I do not care for. At all. But I love Bleach. Bleach basically, like, it's not a very deep storyline. It's got the main character, like, is basically his name's Ichigo. He is he basically gets these Soul Reaper powers. So he fights against, like, there's spirits, right? There's hollows, and then you basically have to fight the hollows, right? So there's a bunch of other things that go on. It's really good. It's basically, if you really like overpowered people, it's a good show to watch. It's very action based, and I really like it. I like that one a lot. I also love My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia is So good. And I love Deku, who's the main character. He's such a soft boy, and I love him so much. Todoroki's pretty chill too, literally, because he's half ice, half fire. But yeah, I've watched quite a few animes at this point.
Question: who influences who, you or your sister? Because everything you're saying is what she said.
Really?
Yeah, and yeah.
A lot of the stuff that she's watched, it's the same idea. Yeah, it's the same thing. For me, like the characters we like are quite different. Like our taste in that is different.
Mm-hmm.
But I think when it comes to storylines, we're very similar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Except I got her into Tower of God, by the way, because so I'm now reading more than I watch because it's easier to read. It's faster. Do you know how long it takes to watch an entire anime? It takes a long time. You can read an entire arc in the time it takes to watch you can read 3 arcs or 4 arcs in the time it takes to watch 1 arc in anime. Mm. So I read a lot. But recently I haven't really been into like the more action ones. I've been more into also for Blue Exorcist is so good. Blue Exorcist as an anime, it's on Netflix. It's so underrated. So good though. Oh my god, I love it. But yeah, like I read a lot. That's what I do in my spare time. I read a lot of manga and manhwa.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried reading. I was like, no, enough. It's like 1 page. I'm gonna catch you.
You have to appreciate it.
Like, come on, catch him already. I'd rather watch. I'm sorry.
That's fair.
I'm not a reader.
I'm a really big reader though. I have a Harry Potter tattoo. Like that's how much I love it. Like Harry Potter was like my first big read. Mm-hmm. And then
you read those huge books?
I read all of them, yeah.
You were that person.
Reread them multiple times too.
Reread them?
Yeah, reread them so that you can see what happens more. Because like when you read it first, you miss a couple things, right? So you reread it to see what you missed the first time. But yeah, I was a really big reader. Like when I was in high school, I would go to class and I'd have books like this thick. And then the next day I'd have another one because that's how fast I can read. I used to finish books in like a day. Yeah.
Okay. You bringing back bad memories of high school. Like, I would watch people with books like, whatever. I don't like pictures. Like, okay. We are done. We're not doing this. No. Wow, you read. Were you not scared of Automa? You know, I can't sleep when I think of that guy.
Oh, no. No, I'm good. No. He actually, you know what? I blame Harry Potter for my fear of snakes.
Oh, yeah.
Because of the second, I started reading the books when the 5th movie, I think, came out. Maybe. I don't remember. Yeah, it was the 5th movie, I think. Or maybe it was even before that. I don't remember. But I saw the second movie. I was really young because I think the first movie came out in like 2001 or something like that. So the second movie must have come out in like 2002, 2003 or something like that. And my dad brought me to go watch it because he read the books. And we were watching it and there's this huge snake on the screen and it terrified me ever since then. And then I was in kindergarten and somebody told me that the Chamber of Secrets was in that washroom. I couldn't go pee for the longest time. I was terrified.
Okay, they were evil.
Yeah.
Ooh, damn. Eesh.
Yeah, it's not fun.
Yeah, I was scared. Well, when I watched Harry Potter, that part of the washrooms and stuff, like when you go to, because our school washrooms were like similar built, they were like Roman type of stuff built. I was like,
yeah.
Like, and then like there's the one with the chess pieces or whatever. I never wanted to see chess ever again.
No, actually, I want to get a chess. Like if I ever get a chessboard whenever I move out, it's gonna be that one. It's gonna be so cool.
No.
So cool.
That stuff was scary. And then bottom without the no, come on. I couldn't sleep.
No?
Like I didn't even watch like the final like Harry Potter. Like, I couldn't do it.
It's so good. Such a good series.
Yeah, that dude scared me. Like, every time I would go, I was like, how does the person not have a nose? And then I'll see it because I'm so like imaginative. And like,
it's because he split his soul into 7 pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So because he split his soul so many times, he became less and less human every time he split it.
Ooh, okay. And then the snake was part of him.
Yeah, exactly. He became less and less human.
Yeah, nah. I never watched. What's it called? Deathly Hallows?
Yeah, Deathly Hallows. I wanted to get. It was between this the glasses and the scar and the Deathly Hollows. That was like what I was between. I like the glasses and the scar though a little bit more.
Anything modern that you're into? What's your next tattoo? Naruto?
Oh, I do like Naruto. Actually, I have I don't have it with me. But we have the Akatsuki. Have you ever watched Naruto?
Yeah.
You know the Akatsuki rings?
Oh yeah, Akatsuki. Akatsuki, that's the guy with the red eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody has like a certain, like I think there's 10 because each one has like a different ring, right?
Mm-hmm.
So all of like our friends have one Akatsuki ring. So I have Itachi, which is the coolest character by the way.
Yeah.
He's the best. I have Itachi's ring. Erica has I think Pain's ring. And then like everybody else has like somebody else, right? So I do really like Naruto. I don't think, I mean, again, I'm gonna get so much hate for this but whatever. I don't think Naruto's as good as everybody thinks it is. It's pretty good, but I'm gonna tell you this right now. I couldn't watch the first 10 episodes, first 20 episodes. I thought it was so boring. I was watching it and I was like, I think it was a Zabuza arc. I was like, this is so boring. What the heck is going on?
That's true.
I had to switch the Chunin arcs, like the Chunin exams, because I was like, this is actually like interesting, right? But I couldn't do it. So yeah, I think it's good. It's the same thing with Bleach. Like if you watch the first 20 episode of Bleach, it's not that great. It's
terrible.
after that it gets good. But I find with any anime, you have to give like the first 20 episodes, because if not, it's not like you don't have that chance. Because most of the time you find that animes aren't that good in the first 20 if they're long ones.
Yeah, especially Naruto. I'm like,
Yeah.
how do people watch this nonsense? Because I tried it like in the pandemic. So I
Yeah.
started with it's what, Naruto Shippuden.
Oh
And
no,
then-
you're not supposed to start with that
Yeah,
one.
and
You're
my
supposed
roommate was like, don't do that, go back.
Yeah, you have to go to the first one.
Then I went to the first one. I was like, bro, this is like watching this thing, flip pages and someone read. Alright, nothing is happening here. What the hell? And then it's like, so now I finally finished. Oh, that I'm caught up. I was told to
Yeah.
like, what did she say? She said, Google like the fillers and skip them. Because I was just watching every
Yeah.
next episode. Like, I was like, just
No.
glued up.
Yeah,
So now
you gotta
skip,
Google. Don't
skip,
watch the
skip.
fillers. There's no point.
I was like, I'm trying to catch up. Like, what Israel likes. Let's see what's
Yeah.
up with this. And then Itachi. And then I'm still waiting to see my boy Sasuke. I haven't seen him back yet.
Really?
Yeah, it was taken. Like, okay, I watch it like once a month. But because it's too long. You know, when you put it on, you're like, okay, how many episodes left? It's like 37 of this season. Bro.
Yeah.
I ain't got
No.
I ain't got time for Naruto. I gotta do something else. But then I'm waiting for Sasuke to come back because he's the best.
I like Itachi. Itachi is my baby. I love him.
Itachi is evil.
No, he's not actually. You have to watch it. He's not. He's the best.
The way he was treating, what's his name? The guy with the one eye, the copycat.
Oh, Kakashi.
Yeah, Kakashi, like when you put him in his shadow thingy, I was like,
Okay,
yo.
here's the thing. You have to understand Itachi's backstory. This is why you have to watch it. Itachi has such a good backstory. You have to watch it. He is an amazing character. I love him.
Okay. Maybe it'll make sense, like why people wear those Akatsuki things. But I was like, yo, they're the villains in this thing. Why do you all love them? No one is ever wearing like Naruto stuff. But it's too long. It's too long.
It is. It's very long.
Every time I ask someone to recommend me an anime, I'm like, please, not Naruto.
No.
No, I want to bring you back to The Alchemist. That was a nonsense ending. The brother. The last episode is nonsense, alright? That is.
How? Because Ed can't use alchemy
Yeah,
anymore, right?
1, 2.
But he got Al back.
Yeah, we wanted to get Al back, but at least give us more. You know, like, I now understand the truth. I said, come on, my guy, can you give me more?
But it's so good.
That was more of like we are done.
Yo, Roy Mustang, I love him. I was so upset when he lost his sight. I was like, no, you can't do that. You can't do that to him.
That was terrible.
And then he got it back, right? Because of the philosopher. Do you know that?
Wait, he does get it back?
Yeah, he got it back because they have the Philosopher's Stone, and they're like, don't tell Ed that I used it, but I'm getting they used it to get his sight back.
Oh.
So that he could still be an alchemist. Because he can't be an alchemist if he's blind, right? Especially with the type he uses.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, so cool. The Lust and Roy Mustang fight, oh my god, so good. It's amazing.
When I was watching, I was like, Greed. In the beginning, I didn't get the names Greed.
Yeah.
Lust.
It's 7 deadly sins.
Yeah, I was like, what's going on with this name? And it's like, boom.
Yeah.
But was it Greed? The little boy, which switches.
Oh no, I don't think he's Pride. Is he Pride? No, he's not. He's not Wrath. Yeah, he's Pride, I think.
No, Pride is the eyes, right? The shadow.
Yeah, and that's the little boy.
The other one.
That's the little boy.
Yeah, not that little, but okay, the other one was a little boy, but who would turn into a monster, like they got swallowed by gluten.
Oh, which one are you talking about?
The little boy, he reminds me of Ethan. The one who irritated, he doesn't die. I think he would turn into a little frog. What do you call the frog? A tadpole.
Oh, is it
Because he was always last, like when she was alive.
Is it what's his name? He's got like the little thingies in the headband, right? Oh my goodness. It's not jealousy, it's the other one. What's it called?
That's my guy.
I can't remember his name. Envy. That's him.
That's
yeah.
my guy. I was like, this guy.
Yeah.
He was fun.
No, I didn't like him. He just did it for fun. Like everybody else had like kind of a backstory, and then he's just, I just did it because I wanted to. Like, I was like, are you serious, dude?
I hate on him, but
no, a lot of people love him. I like Greed a lot. I think Greed is cool.
Which one is Greed?
Greed is so he dies and then he comes back as the prince.
Oh, that dude.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's cool. I also really like I just love Ed. Roy Mustang. Roy Mustang is my baby. I love him, and Ed. Ed is so cute.
Why not the metal? Did you watch the movie? I saw it on Netflix.
No, I haven't. Apparently, it's not one of the bad ones. Apparently, it's one of the better live action
Really?
ones, but apparently, it's still not good.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it though. No.
Okay, yeah, because I watched it. I was like, what did Erica make me watch? I only saw like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm done.
That, and then you have the Avatar movie. That's just a whole other thing. That's just a whole other, what movie? That was horrible. There's no other movie. There's no movie. There's just the show, right? That's it.
Yeah, I was like, Avatar the movie, because first of all, like the other Avatar, the blue people,
Oh yeah, there's that one.
it stole from them. So I thought when they were making a movie, they were like, at least try to match up to the blue people and then like reclaim your name. But it's like,
Yeah, no, but the show is amazing. The show is something else.
who's your favorite on that one?
In Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yeah, no, yeah,
My favorite character in it?
yeah.
Zuko.
Who's Zuko, the fire guy?
Yeah, he's the fire guy, the one with half face. And Azula, his sister. I really like his sister too. She's crazy. I love her though.
Yeah, I haven't watched this in a long time. Who was his sister?
His sister is the one that can use blue fire.
Blue fire, okay.
She's the only one that can use blue fire.
Alright.
Yeah, she's cool.
And then who was the blind one? That was the coolest.
Oh, Toph. Toph is so cool. Okay, Legend of Korra. I love Legend of Korra. A lot of people hate on it. Whatever. It's really good. But I really love Korra. Korra as a character. Korra is so cool. Korra, if you watch Korra, Korra is me.
Really?
This is why I like her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, definitely. And then in your because I'm gonna have to switch it up to questions that are not mine. But when you finished your fight, you went on Instagram Live and started crying on live for the kids. How much do kids mean to you?
They mean a lot. I want to be a good role model for them. Because, it's really hard for me to... What was really hard for me on there was that I felt like I disappointed them. And I know that I'm a role model for a lot of them. And that's why it's I want to be a role model. And what I felt like I didn't live up to what I wanted to be. And that's why it was so hard on me. That's what was the hardest on me, is that I didn't really care if I lost or won. Obviously I did, right? Mm-hmm. But I didn't want the people around me to be disappointed. And like I said, people always say, oh, you're like Wonder Woman for me. Especially the kids, right? That's what they say. You're like the real Wonder Woman. I want to be like you when I grow up. So for me, losing felt like I didn't live up to those standards. That's what made me so upset. And that's why I started crying. Because again, I just want to be somebody that they can look up to when they're older.
Uh-huh.
And that's why I don't like people like John Jones.
Look up to him when he's fighting for a fighter's pay. You should at least appreciate him.
I know, definitely. If you're a fighter, you don't have to be a good role model. But I think it's better if you're a good role model. You know?
Yeah, listen, John Jones, I'm not here to defend the man. I got into UFC like 2 years ago, so I didn't know him prior to that.
Yeah.
Like, but then when I got into it, it's like, oh shoot, this guy is actually the
Oh no,
beast.
he's so good. He's actually so good. Like again, I will never say that he's not a good fighter. Amazing fighter, literally, such a prodigy, right? It doesn't mean I have to like him.
Yeah, true. Well, I have one thing that will. I think Kamaru is better than GSP. What's your thoughts?
Who?
Kamaru Usman.
Oh, Usman. I don't know.
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't watch that many UFC fights
Why
these days.
not? Why is? Yeah, tell me, why do fighters hate UFC? You're not the first one. You're not the second
Really?
one.
I don't know. I don't hate the UFC. Like watching it or just like UFC period.
Like watching it, like.
Oh, it's not that. I just like my life is so revolved around fighting that like when I go home, I don't really want to watch more fighting, you know?
Oh yeah.
Unless it's anime. So yeah.
I was like, yo, what's? Because every time you say fight, like, yo, so did you watch the fight? No, bro.
No. I also just don't have time.
What you mean you didn't watch the fight? You didn't watch Kamaru beat up. Yeah. Anyway, I wanted to see if I was gonna have the same debate with you. Erica was like, excuse me. What do you mean GSP is not the best? I'm like, okay,
No, I love
Canadians,
GSP.
relax.
GSP's my baby. I love him too.
So would you do the whole 3-suit piece when you're going for your interviews and stuff? Like what GSP would do? The dude was always in a suit, right?
Yeah.
Everything.
No, I want to be well. Actually, no. My last few fights, I've not been well dressed. I've been in sweatpants and like hoodies. But hey, at least my makeup was nice and those, so it's fine.
You're comfortable. That's what matters the
Hey, you're
most.
cutting weight. You gotta be comfortable.
How do you guys do that?
Well, you see, for myself, I don't actually cut. I don't dehydrate at all. I just lose a lot of weight. So not a lot, but lose enough and get close to it, so I don't have to dehydrate.
Oh, so wait, but as a fighter, like, I don't know if this is what. You don't do that, but like, so when they come in on Friday and it's 135, on Saturday they'll balloon up.
But you feel bloated. So for myself, I'll eat, but I won't feel bloated. I'll just feel like full. So I'll go back up to like 135. From 135, I'll normally go back up to like 140, 141, 142. So that's normally what I'm at. But yeah, that's kind of what it is.
So would you ever cut more than 135, go down like 125?
It's not out of the question. I would think about 125. I could do it, I think. But I also don't know if I can.
Cut down there?
Yeah, because the last time I got down to 125, I was really, really small. Like there was nothing on me. So I'm sure I could do it, but it'll be a hard cut for me. Yeah.
Okay, because I want to see you and what's her name? Valentina Shevchenko.
Is Valentina, isn't she 145?
No, 145, it's your girl again.
No, I know, but isn't Valentina a 145 fighter? Is she not? Oh, I thought that she was 135.
She was pushed down because she couldn't get the belt from
135?
From 135, and then she went to 125. And now she's just killing everyone. Everybody.
Yeah.
Like, yo. Try copying her moves in the gym, but not that light. Not really that light.
Yeah.
She's a beast.
No, she is. She's cool. I like her too.
Your sister didn't know her. See, you people.
I only know her because she fought against Amanda Nunes.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Really, Valentina, I have a challenger for you here.
That's me.
Yeah,
What's up?
she was like, okay, I know you don't watch it, but like every fight, when it's done, people will like critique her, and then they're like, oh, she cannot grapple.
Yeah.
The next fight, it's only grappling.
grapples.
They're like, oh, grappling is good, so that means the striking is dead.
And then
Next
she
fight.
That's how you should do it, though. I think that's
really?
definitely how you should do it, right?
That's crazy. Right, now I need to switch up the questions though. These are harder. So, let me go click my camera again.
Oh, that's nice. I love that.
These are hard. So his first question: for what in your life do you feel
These are
most
hard. These
grateful?
are for the kids.
In my life. For the kid? What do I feel most grateful about? I don't know. That's a really good question, actually. I don't know. That is a hard question. Let me think. I feel grateful for the people that are around me. I'm very lucky to have such amazing people around me. I know a lot of people don't have such a good, have a good synergy with the people that they're around. So I just feel very happy that my friends, my coaches, everybody that's around me, I have a very good relationship with. And anybody that I felt was toxic around me, I cut them out right away. And I'm very good at cutting people out once I feel that they're taking too much from me. So I'm very lucky to have as many people as I do.
How do you cut people off?
You stop talking to them, or you straight up say, I don't want to be your friend anymore.
What?
Yeah, I've done it. I literally have said, I'm like, you know what? You're taking up too much of my energy. I don't have enough time for you. I don't want to continue with this. It's straight to the point. You have to be straight to the point, or people are like, no, like, let's try this again. Let's try this again. No, you just rip off the Band-Aid. Maybe it sounds like, am I allowed to swear?
Yeah.
And maybe it sounds bitchy, but like, you just gotta do what you gotta do. Because if you don't, then people are gonna keep going and going and going. You just gotta rip off the Band-Aid and hope for the best. Because I'm not planning on continuing a relationship with them anyways, so I'm just done. Yeah.
Okay. Try that at home. Me, I just ghost. Okay, disappear.
Oh. My sister's the same way.
I can't do it. I try, but hey, if you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Honestly, nothing. I'm quite happy with the way that I was raised. I think I became a pretty good person.
No, you do enjoy hurting people, but
no, there's nothing I could really like think of. Nothing that I could critique. Because again, I don't have kids, right? Like I don't know what it would be.
No.
But I think it'd be different if I turned out horrible. But I think I turned out pretty good. So, like,
all right.
like, you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair enough. What is the greatest accomplishment of your life?
I won a world championship. Two world championships.
Fighting?
Yeah, jiu-jitsu. I won 2 world jiu-jitsu championships down in Long Beach, California. I would say that's a pretty good accomplishment. Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, it's pretty. I can speak 2 languages too. I think, you know what? Being able to speak 2 languages and understand a third one, I think is a pretty good accomplishment.
Let me guess. English, French, Japanese.
Yeah. I can speak French fluently and English fluently. I can understand Japanese. I'm learning Korean.
For BTS?
Yeah. My goal is to know how to speak 6 different languages.
6?
Yes.
Okay.
By the time I'm 25. I'm 23 right now.
2 years, okay. That means in 2 years she's coming back, people, and can speak some Korean. Okay, I don't know any Korean.
That is my goal.
Can speak Japanese. Arigato.
A little bit.
And which other ones? So we know 3. Which other 3 are you?
I don't know about those ones yet. I think I might do Spanish because it's French, because I can speak French fluently. So I feel like that would be easier for me to pick up. I actually, you know what? I want to learn Chinese, but it's way too hard. Like I looked at it like Mandarin or Cantonese. I looked at it. I was like, I will not be able to learn this. So no, not on that one. But I want to learn, I think like another Asian language, but we'll see what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, pretty cool. I learned Mandarin once upon a time in my life. It was fine when we were doing the ni hao ma, and then I went to start drawing. I was like, bye.
Yeah, no, the characters are something else.
Bye. I can't do this. All right. What does friendship mean to you?
Friendships. Friendships are people that I can count on. People who are family, basically, at this point. All of my friends, like I said, I've gotten to this point in my life at like 23 years old. The people that I have around me are people that I'm expecting to have for life. Like those are the people I have, and those are the people that I know, because I've started to realize like the red flags for toxic relationships. So the people that are around me are like my friendships are like some of the most important people that are in my life.
Okay.
They're who support me. They're the people that I know that won't judge me based off of what I do.
I wish I knew this when I was 23 years old. Peace. That would help.
Yeah.
What do you value most in a friendship?
Loyalty.
Define loyalty.
Loyalty is somebody that's going to be, like I said, somebody that I can count on, and somebody I know that will be able to count on me. So I don't expect people to talk shit about me behind my back, because if they do, then obviously like, what am I doing, right? Which I know that my friends don't. They'll talk shit to my face.
Your face, do they value their lives?
Yeah, they'll do it to me straightforward. But like that's just how it is. Yeah, that's all I can really say about that.
Loyalty. What's something people seem to misunderstand about you?
I feel like people think I feel like my personality overall. I think people think I'm very extroverted. I'm not. I'm very introverted.
Really?
I'm extremely introverted. I don't like being around people. I don't like people touching me. I don't like people
People touching you.
No, I literally like even people just putting their hand on me, I don't like it. I'll be like, don't touch me. Oh, sorry. But I don't like it. So people think and like they think that I'm very like I'm a nice person, right? I think some people think I'm very bitchy, but people also think that I'm too nice. But again, I can be very straightforward. If I don't like something, I'm going to tell them. I'm very straightforward that way. I'm not going to like kind of go around the bushes, and maybe people will take that as bitchy. It's just me being very straightforward. I've actually had it where one friend, I'm not even friends with her anymore, but she thought that I was bitchy because I was giving her advice, but it was genuine advice. Like I was trying to help her, but it was basically like she's freaking out over something, and I was telling her she was being an idiot. I didn't say it like that. It was basically like that. But it was nicer. I was more like, no, like I was giving her reasonings. I was like, this is what's happening, and this is why I think that you shouldn't be reacting this way, because this is the reality of what's going on. I'm trying to bring her out of this hole of her freaking out. She thought I was being a bitch. Whatever, that's fine. You don't like it, you don't like it. You don't have to be around me, you know? But yeah, I think that's what people misunderstand.
No, they understand.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they straight up understand at that point,
okay.
but yeah.
She's a non-nonsense person.
Oh yeah, no, I don't like it.
Okay. Whew. All right. Okay. If you could turn back time and talk to your 18-year-old self, what would you tell her?
Don't max out your credit card.
You do that? You do that too?
Yeah, that'd be like my one advice. No, I have quite a few, but that's like my more joking advice. But yeah, don't do that, and learn to save money.
Facts.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people don't do that, which again, myself, I'm starting to learn this a little bit more nowadays, and I think it's good because like this is where I'm making more money. But at the time, I was just kind of like, got money, blow it all, right? So I think learning to save money, I would have told her, but she would not have listened. Like old me would not have listened to me anyways.
Yeah.
They didn't care to listen to me. They didn't care to listen to anybody.
She only lived once. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let her live. Let her enjoy her teen years. What's the most important thing you've learned in your life? And what was your life like? Okay, this one is big. What's the most important thing you've learned in your life? What was your life like before learning it? What was your life like after learning it?
I think for me, this is again going back to mental health. I don't know what it is exactly, but something switched 2 years ago. Like I said, I had really, really bad mental health for a while. I was very dependent on other people. And I started to learn more about myself rather than focusing and trying to depend on others. I was very toxic at the time, and I know this because I didn't know how to take care of myself. And I think the more I learned about myself, the more independent I became, and the more I was able to recognize the good relationships in my life, which is really important, right? So I think that's after that 2 years, like 2 years later, like I think it's been about 2 years now, I've become more independent. I've been able to speak up for myself more. I'm okay with being by myself. I don't need to be around other people. My anxiety levels haven't been as high, although I do deal with like very bad anxiety, I think, and depression. It's not as bad as it was 2 years ago, and that's what I appreciate. And I can actually go about a day-to-day life without having a panic attack, without feeling like I just want to sleep all day. I can actually go through my entire day. Maybe I'll feel a little bit tired, but I am very happy with where I am in my life right now.
That's cool. I'm shocked. How you having anxiety? You coach your whole class of like group. huge people, big egos.
That's what I mean. You have to like. There's a lot going on underneath. It's all like. It's all. A lot of it is a mask, right? And that's what people don't see is that a lot of people put on a mask, right? And you don't actually know what that person's like until you start to get to know them, until you start to talk to them a little bit more, right? I'm very open about my mental health. If someone were to ask me, oh, do you have depression? Yeah, I have depression. I will tell them straight up. Like, that's just how I am. And depression isn't necessarily like, oh, like, I'm so sad, poor me. Like, it's not just that. There's so much more to it, right? But that's how you are.
When I was there, I was like, yo, these people are super confident because I'm more of an introvert. Like, I'm an introvert, like the worst.
Yeah.
The worst kind, not that I don't want to leave my house that time. Yeah, like if I was to come out at the party, by the end of it, I'll be tired.
Yeah.
Even if I was doing nothing.
You're drained,
I'm just
right?
drained. So every time I come and I see people in front of a group, I'm like, I wish.
I can't do it. My boyfriend, he's very extroverted, so he loves that type of stuff. He loves, like, he's like the life of the party, right? But I can't. I'll be like, I've had like times. Okay, so I went to one rave and I paid for 2 days. It was like $300, right? I went the first day. I was drunk, so I didn't really notice anything. Second day, I didn't drink because I was like, I don't feel like drinking tonight. And I was completely sober, and I was there for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I don't like this. I want to go home. And my friends were like, but you paid for 2 days. And I was like, I don't care. I don't like this. I'm going home. So I left because I was like, I don't want to be here. Like, if I don't feel comfortable, I'll leave right away. Yeah.
Okay, I wish I had your attitude. I'll stay.
Sorry?
I said I'll stay.
Yeah.
I don't stay, but I'll be dying inside.
Yeah, no, I'm not that type of person. Like I said, I'm very like straight to the point. If I don't like something, I don't like it, and I'm not going to do it.
I'm done. Yeah, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Because, hey, I've suffered. Suffered a lot, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, but when in the gym, it's like, okay, Coach Maria, boom, everybody, okay. Okay. It's all good. And then, what's the best compliment you ever received?
Role model. I love when people say that, like, oh, I want my kids to grow up to be like you. I love that. I love that type of stuff. Yeah.
It's
It
nice.
makes me feel very good. And I'm like, I'm doing something right. You know? Like, I'm doing something right with my life.
Oh, yeah. That's nice. Wow.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you were told that? On
It just
the day?
makes me feel good. I'm like, oh. Like, or they'll be like, yeah, they really look up to you. And I'm like, you know, like, it just makes me feel all bubbly and, like, giggly on the inside. And, like, I'm like, ah, I love that.
Little people, little people are cool.
Yeah.
Until they're not, but they're really cool.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. Once they become, like, teenagers, that's when they're like, I'm like, yo, like, what happened to you? Like, you were so cute, like, 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What's going on with you now? Why are you talking back to me?
They're like, no, I don't care about you.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding, teenagers. I love you guys, too. You just need to get an attitude check sometimes.
I remember my little sister when she turned into a teenage. My first worry was boys, but I
Yeah.
was told that's none of my business. And then now my job was just to fund their life, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like, so every conversation, I need this. Like, you don't even care how I am. Like, no, not really.
No.
This is what you do. You provide, you take me places, and
Well,
stay away.
like, my youngest sister, Erica doesn't do this as much, but like, Lisa, she's the youngest. Sorry, Lisa. But she basically, like, there's times when, now it's not so much, but when she was younger, we'd go to the mall, and I was like, oh, I have to go to the Apple store because I have to do some stuff, right? So I'd bring them with me, and they'd be walking around. And then my sister, like, Erica would be like, oh, do you want to go get this? And she's like, let's just wait for Maria because she'll pay for it if she's here.
Yeah.
And she's not wrong. Like, I'm going to do it. But, like, you don't have to call me out like that.
Yeah, they don't care.
Yeah.
She's a teen?
She is a teenager. She's 16, turning 17, I think.
That's nice.
think.
Enjoy.
2004? Yeah. 2020. Yeah, she's turning 17 this year.
Enjoy. I don't know. Even when I'm far away, like, the only message I get is, yo, I need money. Like, bro, hello, how am I? Like, oh, yeah, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need money. My whatever dance is coming up. Like,
No. Yeah.
and then I see a boy on the thing. I'm like, what's that boy doing there? That's none of your business.
That's none of your business, exactly.
Like, I gotta pay for the dress to look nice for him. Hell no, I'm not doing that. So it's all cool. Okay. What is your biggest failure and what did you learn from it?
My biggest failure.
I mean, for 23 hours, you shouldn't really have your biggest failure yet.
I don't think so. No, I can't think of anything. My biggest failure, huh? I don't know. I don't really know. I can't think of anything.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm pretty. I don't have any like regrets.
Mhm.
So I think because I don't have any regrets, I don't think of anything as a failure. I think it's more like something I grow from, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I can't think of anything that I've really I've regretted and I think is like an absolute failure yet, at least. Again, I'm 23 years old, right? There's not much that can go on in that life in that time. I mean, there is, but
Yeah, there isn't. Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, unless you have like the Kobe mentality. Well, Kobe is like, there's no such thing as failure. Like, failure doesn't exist. So he's like, and then the person was like, well, what if you don't win a championship? Is that not failure? But he was like, no, I'll look back at my whole career and be like,
is
what did
that
I
one
do?
championship really anything?
Yeah,
Right?
he's like, so whatever adjustments I need. He's like, the only failure is when you stop. So you're like,
Exactly.
I'm done. I quit. Like,
And I don't think I've ever quit. I'm very I persevere a lot. I hope I do at least. I like to think I do. I don't know. But yeah, so I think that's like kind of the same idea. I know my boyfriend, he loves Kobe, so like I actually didn't know that about him.
right.
But yeah, that's kind of like my mindset is I don't really regret anything that I've done.
That's
So,
nice. That's good.
Yeah.
Shouldn't. No regrets. Only live once, they say. Keeping up.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians? Good for you.
No, I've
That's
never.
how I learned English. I learned it from the Kardashians.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Well, I was terrible at school, like I said. See, here's the thing. Like, back home, people really don't care about mental health and stuff. It's like, get up. So, like, as a kid, like, I struggle with learning and stuff.
Yeah.
But then I learn from TV. So if I'm sitting there and then someone's like, blah, 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 blah. And then I speak back after them, like, blah,
That's
blah, blah, blah.
really cool though, because a lot of people can't learn that way, right? Because
Right.
there's some people that'll learn like languages, like what? There's people who watch anime their entire lives still can't speak Japanese, right?
Right.
So if you're learning it from Keeping Up with the Kardashians, like that's
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
I didn't know I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what you're saying, you do not. Like, when my aunt came from, she was in the States, when she came and then she's speaking to
Yeah.
me, she's like, where did you hear that? I'm
Yeah.
like, it's from TV. Do you understand what you're saying? I have no idea
clue,
what
no
they
clue
were
what I'm
talking
saying.
about. But I thought you were American, they're American, so I'm just trying to have, because everyone else is not talking to them. Like, hey, hello, bye-bye. I'm just coming, like, let me try this.
That's awesome.
Now I'm like, oh shoot, I should not have watched that nonsense. But
No.
it is
whatever.
it is what it is. What advice would you give someone wanting to pursue a career similar to yours?
Is mine? Just start it. Just go for it. You just gotta jump in. It's one of those things that with this one, like with MMA, it's you gotta just go for it. If you don't go for it and you're like kind of hesitant on it, it's not gonna work out. Especially if you're young. If you're young, like in your teenage years, it's the best time to start to get into it because that's because your prime years aren't until you're in your late 20s, right?
Yeah.
And then I would say when you're in your 30s and your 40s, that's when it's a little bit harder to get started. I mean, it's definitely doable, but it's more difficult, right? So, but yeah, it's you basically just got to jump in there. There's not really any you got to train and you got to take it seriously. If you don't take it seriously, then you're not going to get anything done.
I'm gonna give you the best advice. Tony Ferguson was the best person to answer this question. His answer was, just go into any MMA dojo, get punched in the face.
Yeah.
If you love it, do it. If
Oh
you
yeah.
don't-
Like I said, you have to be some type of crazy to like it, right? If you don't like getting punched, okay, no one likes getting punched in the face. But if you can deal with it and you enjoy what you're doing, then you can do it.
Yeah, I remember one time, I don't know who punched me in the face. I felt a rush. And they were like, sorry. I was like, yo, let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
it's fun.
because at that point, I really wanted to kill them. But in my brain, because I was like,
That's where you have to control the endorphins.
Yeah.
Control your emotions.
because they put, I was like, ah, this is what we're doing now?
Yeah.
And then you're like, yo, control. They're like, who? Oh, they were saying about the bill. I would kill it. I was like, yo. How can you do that? Like, how can you? Like, if everything, I'm tapping you, and you just gotta. Like, okay. Now I know how these people feel, but I'm not doing this for my life.
No.
I was asking Kaya, like, yo, why? Why would you sign up your life to die? Like what Conor McGregor was saying to Dustin Poirier, I'm gonna kill. I'm like, okay, this. And as much as he's saying it to sell the show, it's like you potentially can actually do it.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely can. There's people who have died in the ring, right? That's why it's on there. You can die. Does it happen often? Not at all, obviously, right? But it's something that you really do love, and you have to have a passion for it. If you don't have a passion for it, it's not going to work out for you, right? So you got to actually love what you're doing in order to be able to pursue it.
Do you dream fighting?
Dream? Like when I'm fighting, sometimes I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you the type of sleeper who would actually be doing it? Like when you're sleeping?
No.
Outside
Absolutely not, no. I'm I don't think I move too much in obviously I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I move a lot in my sleep. I think I'm very stable.
Oh, I guess the victim would know, and then when they
I've been punched in the face.
By some,
yeah.
What did you do?
I just because I was sleeping and I just woke up and I was like, ow. Like, you don't expect it.
Yeah.
So.
Yo, only person who ever slapped me. Okay, my little nephew when I was 4, he was told to go wake me up.
Yeah.
And he saw me sleeping. He was like, opportunity. He slapped me with his little hands. Then I woke up going, yo.
Oh my